that close, that's bad. No, we don't want to, like, block in their system like that. Wow, that is really crappy. That is one of the worst things I've ever had happen. Are you good? If not, let's get good. It's Wednesday night, and that means I'm playing Endless Space Disharmony. Endless Space Disharmony is a new series, and we are going to be playing as the Vaulters. So the Vaulters are a new faction that was added with Endless Legend, and they have quite a few interesting abilities. They have the ability to teleport guys through these portals that they can build in each of their planets, or not planets, systems. They also have a fair amount of positive bonuses, but their negative bonus is Black Thumbs, which is negative 10% food on system, and that's really, really bad, so I'm gonna have to try to overcome that. So we're gonna pick the Vaulters, and we're gonna play against 5 AIs on the most normal settings that I could come up with. So basically, as default as possible.
Space is deep, dark, and dangerous. But then, so are we. We have risen and fallen, learned to adapt and rebuild. For our history is a history of struggle and survival. We protect our own. We take what we need and salvage what we find. To be a Vaulter is to work hard, fight hard, and celebrate hard. Because life is hard, but it is also beautiful. And even in the deep dark of space, it never fails to give us hope.
Awesome. Okay, so we have Pardalis, that is our starting system, and we have a Terran. And the first thing I'm going to do actually is go into our science, and the reason I always go here first is because the most important thing is this N-Way fusion plants. Because it gives you access to the first production upgrade, it is like the most key thing to get. So that's going to be our first get. And then the second thing we go after is soil xenobiology, and the reason we're doing that is because we have a food malice, so I'm trying to counteract that with early food bonuses here. And then after that, we're going to come down and grab the colonization technologies down here, then some basic weaponry, and last but not least, access to luxury resources. And that's all the research that I'm going to set for right now. Then I'm going to come into this planet and begin building the food exploitation. Basically, all I'm going to do is food exploitation on everything until all of our systems are maxed out, and then we'll switch them all over to specialized stuff. But that gets that built. I'm going to put public-private in. Now, the goal is to get to the technology for the production upgrade first. I think it's N-Way fusion plants. And when we get that, we're going to put it in front of public-private partnerships. We're just putting that there now so that we don't forget to do it later. Let's see. We have access to a corporate/pilot. That's not great. A commander/ I don't know. And hey, we got an agriculture. That's the main thing we needed. So that was the heroes available to us, and they're all in here. We really, really need this administrative hero because the food bonuses that he gives will help counteract our malice. But as you can see, we only have 10 dust and it takes 20 dust to hire him. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push it up so that we get 10 dust in the next turn. It's going to mess with a lot of our production and stuff. But for one turn we do that and it gets us access to our first hero. We've got 2 fleets down here. One of them is a clan ship and one of them is a alpha. And actually, before we take off in that, I want to come in and edit our available ship designs. This is one of the first things you should do every time you play this game, and that's come in and add the engine to your colony ships. And the reason you do that is so that they can get to places faster, because they move really slow. And if one of them gets caught, you're pretty much done for. Interestingly enough, it looks like it has a support module, but I don't know why. That's weird. Okay. So I'm going to come down and grab our clan ship, and I'm going to explore this system with it because it's really close. Now, generally, people advise against scouting with your clan ship, but I like to take the risky route, so we're going to do that. And then we've got a probe. This right here is a... I can't remember the term for it. Galaxy through here. It's called a galaxy string, I think. And these cannot be traversed until you unlock a certain tech, so we're just going to ignore that. But what that means is that our system is literally built right on the border of our space, separated from other civilization space. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it's a good thing because it means we keep a standing army here to guard our space anyway. So our capital should always be protected. So I'm going to go ahead and send our probe down to White Sun over here. And now, provided everything else is taken care of, we're going to end the turn. Alright, let's see. Give us our 20 dust. Awesome, so we got 20 dust. We're going to come in and hire this hero now. The main thing in this game is you got to get a good start, and that's what we're trying to do here. So I'm going to grab labor +3 because that increases food. And I'm really torn here because I kind of want crop geneticist, but I believe civil engineer is always going to be more efficient. I think it's always production first, so I'm going to go with civil engineer. And then we're going to assign him to this system. That'll give him some experience and things like that, and it'll also speed up the production in this system. And then we need to come up here and lower our tax rate. Now that we have gotten our hero, I'm going to put it at the lowest possible gain I can get to try to get the highest happiness. And it's not great. I mean, we're content. I'm not even sure it's worth it at this point, but we're getting 1 dust and our people are as happy as they can be. So that seems like a pretty good plan. And then we move all of our stuff. Hydrus, let's see. Husk of Knowledge, awesome, +25 happiness, great bonus. But it's a barren planet, so we won't be able to get it soon. Arctic, which has Aurora Waves, which reduce science but increase happiness. I kinda like that. Garden of Eden, wow. Okay, so this is actually a really good system, but we can't colonize any of it yet. So I'm gonna send our colony ship up here. We did find the Husk of Knowledge though, and Hydrus, +5 science on system. That's unfortunate because we aren't gonna be able to get control of that system for that bonus. 2 more turns until NY fusion plants, that's awesome. Alright, that looks pretty good, I'm just gonna end the turn. I don't even know if we can colonize. Oh crap, really? That close? That's bad. No, we don't want to, like, block in their system like that. Wow, that is really crappy. That is one of the worst things I've ever had happen. Being crammed this close to another civilization right at the beginning. That's kind of unfortunate, actually. So we literally have, like, these 3 systems to live in peacefully, and if we want to expand outside of that, we have to fight these guys and make them angry. I'm just gonna bring the probe back. The probe is not a military ship, and we really need a military ship to be starting battle. Oh, interesting, so we can zap out that way too. So I'm gonna actually settle this system because we can. And there's a Garden of Eden, which is +20 happiness. That's wonderful. Happiness is so key when you're settling new systems. So I'm gonna grab this guy, and we're gonna settle Karana. And we can settle another planet here. That's amazing. This is a really good planet to have. So we've got 30 turns before it becomes an outpost. Until it becomes an outpost, the only thing worth building here is the heavy isotope refineries and possibly the apertures. Yeah, I think we'll do the apertures too. But you'll only get 50% of the gains from most of the improvements. This one's big enough that 50% is worth it, but like something like this where it's +1 science per person, that gets cut in half and it's not even worth the cost of the improvement. So this guy should be coming home soon. And these guys need to be building heavy isotope refineries. But once we start cracking on those, we should be pretty good. And I'm actually going to come up to our fleet manager and build our first combat ship, I think. Depends on what weapons we have. Yeah, we only have kinetics right now. That's not bad, though. Actually, it is kind of bad. It's kind of bad to go with just one, so I'm going to wait on building a combat ship until we have unlocked one of these technologies up here, which should be pretty quickly now, because everything's going to take 1 to 2 turns. Alright, Corona, plus 20 science, awesome. Soil xenobiology in 1 turn. We now have the ability to use titanium, which we have. Amazing. That's a really lucky start. It kind of sucks that we're this close to another group, but with this kind of a start, I'm okay with it. Now when I come up here, we are now gaining 4. If we go down to 1, we get people to fervent, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, let's bring our boys home. Come on. Good, so they're safe now. I'm not sure if we keep them here. I think we have to keep them here right now, because this is the only defensive unit we have, and that's our capital right there. Although they can't really invade yet. Not effectively. Maybe we will send him down here. I think that's what we want to do. And we've got soil xenobiology now, which is great, because that will automatically upgrade the exploitation that's already been built here to alien grafting, which produces even more food. And then we've got Corona up here. Oh yeah, that's one thing that is worth building, is the alien grafting. I'm not going to build sustainable farms there, but I will build it over here. And I think that after that we will end the turn. We really need to get to our weapon science fast. This is really uncomfortable. Because right now we don't even have the technologies to make peace, so everything is just sort of in a pseudo-war state. 1 turn until the refineries. That should speed things up significantly. Yeah, I'm just going to end the turn. Early on, you get a lot of turns like this where you're just basically moving guys and then ending your turn. Alright, so we've got that, and now we're building the science upgrade. That's perfect. And we have the ability to colonize arids now. Oh, awesome. This place is already ready to colonize another planet, so we're going to get a jungle, which is really good, because I believe, yeah, jungles are pretty solid. I don't know what they specialize in, though. But we can also colonize these arids shortly after that. That's going to be a really amazing starter system for us. And now we have the ability to colonize this Garden of Eden planet. So I think what we do is we come over here and build a clan ship. That seems like the best plan, because we're not going to be able to colonize any of these for a while. And then we'll end the turn. I really want to see if they've like colonized another system over here, because if they have, that means it's going to be harder to take them out. And if they haven't, it means there's an opportunity for us to slip someone in there and colonize. And establish like a bigger border for our systems. And level up. Nice. Do we want director or food? I think director. Yeah, and then I think we grab motivational leader, and that takes us into another production upgrade. Move, move. Yes, they don't have this system. Oh, and it's got dust water. I love dust water. It's really good. And there is a tundra here that is tiny and kind of crappy that we can settle. This is going to be a really hard system to grow. What does Antonov rings do? No, that's still not going to help us grow that system. That's not a great system, but I don't know that we have better options. I'm going to check out these two over here. I think that's where we're going to call it, though, for this week. I think that's a good first episode. I think we got a strong start. We have an interesting situation with this other civilization being so close. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave something in the comments. I really appreciate it. It's what keeps me going. And keep gaming responsibly.